Okay, guys, here's lesson 7.1, subtraction, reviewing two-digit numbers and using a hundreds chart. So take a look at the counter on this hundreds chart. It's a little chunk of a hundreds chart. We've got a counter right here. It's on 47. How would you move the counter to show a number that is 2 less? How would you move the counter to show a number that is 10 less? So let's just look at those first two questions. Before we do that, I want to remind you guys of a little helper here. And so if you move up one space on a hundreds chart, you're taking away 10. That's minus 10. If you move to the left one space, it's minus 1. Since we're doing subtraction, that's what we're going to be using today. But just also as a reminder, if you go to the right one space, it's plus 1. And if you go down one space, that's plus 10. So we can use this to help us add and subtract on the hundreds chart. So if we're going to move the counter to show a number that's 2 less, just 2 ones, right? So we're going to go to the left 2 spaces, 47, 46, 45. How would you move the counter to show a number that is 10 less? So to show 10 less, we would go up 1 space. We'd land on 35. Now, how would you move the counter to show a number that is 12 less? So that's the same amount as 10 and 2, but we're going to do it together. So we're going to do 47 minus 12. So first, we could start by subtracting the ones. So there's 2 ones. So we're going to go back 2 spaces, minus 2. And then we need to take away a 10 because 12 has 1 10 in it. So we're going to go up 1 space, and we landed on 35. So that means that 47 minus 12 equals 35. So there's 2 different ways to do it. I would start at 47 and subtract the 10s, then the ones. 47 take away 10 is 37, then 2 less is 35. I subtracted the ones first. 47 take away 2 is 45, then 10 less is 35. So you can start with the 10s or the ones, doesn't really matter. And then, oh, that's right, I was going to show you guys the stacking method for subtraction, okay, if you feel like you're ready for this, or if you'd rather just use the hundreds chart or 10s and ones. But if we did 47 minus 12, and we stacked it, okay, we would start with the ones place and do 7 minus 2. So 7 minus 2 is 5. And then we do the 10s, 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. And see, we end up with that same number, 35. All right. So complete each of these equations. Draw arrows on the chart above to help. So you guys have all of these equations. If you are using pencil, it's a really good idea to use pencil for this because if you're really using the hundreds chart, you might end up writing all over it. So you might want to erase before you do the next problem. That way it's nice and clear. So I'm not going to do any examples on this page. I'm going to go to the next page and use the other hundreds chart. So here we go. Write the differences. Use the number chart to help. So the difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. For example, with 90 minus 20, we're finding the difference between 90 and 20. How many numbers are in between, okay? So let's start, we'll do 79 minus 21 and 85 minus 13, okay? So here we'll start at 79. So you find it and circle it on the chart, and then we're going to take 21 away. So we need to take away 2 10s and a 1. So if we do the ones first, we're going to jump back 1 space because it's 1 1. So we're on 78. And then we need to take away 2 10s. So we're going to jump up 2 spaces, minus 10, minus 10. So our answer is 58. Okay, let's do one more. 85 minus 13. So we're going to start at 85, and then we need to take away 13. So we need to take away 1 10 and 3 ones. I'm going to start with the ones and jump back 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And then we need to take away 1 10, so we're going to jump up to 72. So 85 minus 13 is 72. Whoa, let me fix that. 72. And we'll do one of these with the stacking method. So let's do 79 minus 21. So 79 minus 21, stacking them up, lining up the ones place and the tens place. 9 minus 1 is 8. 7 minus 2 is 5. So we end up with the same number there. Okay, so lots more of these for you guys to do. Whatever strategy works for you guys. If you don't need the hundreds chart, that's okay. If you're doing it in your head, you're using tens and ones blocks. If you're drawing number lines, use the strategy that works for you. Write the missing numbers along the trail. So some more subtraction, you're going to start with 98, take away 12, put the answer here, then take away 21 from that, and so on. All right, let me know if you guys need help.